With this channel, the focus is on capturing the wonders of the night sky, learning how to take images of nebulae, galaxies, star clusters, and the other planets of this solar system. But we're going to shift the focus back on Earth for a moment. While I would normally shift the focus back to Earth for preservation of our night skies, there's something else important. The oceans. Throughout history, the waters of the world have been a major influence on civilization just as much as the stars were. Coastal cities were provided plenty of food through fishing, and river communities had a source of water. Astronomers of old, namely Ptolemy, named constellations visible at this time of year after something water-based. Most of those are due to his naming, but a few are newer. Some examples are Aquarius, the water bearer; Capricornus, the sea goat; Cetus, the whale; Delphinus, the dolphin; Hydra, the water serpent; Pisces, the fishes; and Dorado, the swordfish. While some of these creatures the constellations are named after are mythical, some are real, and the real ones are living in an ecosystem that is being polluted by a ton of plastic. Do you know how much plastic ends up in the oceans? An estimated 8 million tons per year. Being astronomers and astrophotographers, we frequently look at the unfathomable when looking at other galaxies, but can you fathom that amount of trash? How does it get there? Well, it spills into the oceans through rivers from people littering in or near rivers. People leave it on beaches. Seriously, don't do that. If you visit a beach, please take your trash with you and dispose of it in a trash can well away from water sources. And the sad thing is, all of it ends up floating out to sea. There are islands of trash floating in the oceans, and they're getting so big that they're named. Yes, they are so large they have names. That's both disgusting and sad. And it's huge, approximately 3 times the size of France. That's insane. Why is this important? Well, the fish we eat and the phytoplankton that produce the oxygen we breathe and the real sea creatures that the constellations are named after are all feeling the effects of this. It disrupts their food chain. They end up thinking that plastic is food, but it's not, and they still end up eating it. But because of the toxins in the plastic that aren't made for ingestion, it can lead to bad things. Then something else eats the fish with the plastic, and it works its way up the food chain until it disrupts our food chain at home. And let's not forget that some plastics are large enough that they're getting tangled in it and can't escape. So why am I bringing this up? Well, a couple years ago, 2 big names on YouTube, Mark Rober and MrBeast, started TeamSeas to get more trees planted around the world. They challenged the world to donate money, and for every $1, a tree would get planted, and the goal was $20 million. Hundreds of content creators on YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms all pitched in to spread the word. And they exceeded their goal well before the time limit, and 2,600 trees to this day are still being planted every day. Well, now those 2 are at it again. They started TeamSeas, and I'm in. I love the night sky, and yes, I want to reduce light pollution, but we also need to take care of the marine life that isn't feeling the impacts of light pollution as much as we are. And we can do both. We don't have to focus on one or the other. We can do both. But how are we going to clean up the oceans, especially those of us that don't live near one? Well, Mark Rober and MrBeast partnered up with another charity, and this time it's actually 2 different charities, Ocean Conservancy and the Ocean Cleanup. Ocean Conservancy is going to focus on the beaches and the oceans. There will be massive volunteer efforts going out to clean up the worst polluted beaches, and there will also be boats going out to the ocean to remove some of the plastic floating around out there. And the Ocean Cleanup will focus on cleaning up the rivers that are the worst polluted using these cool machines that scoop it out of the water. But how can you help? The first thing you can do is head on over to TeamSeas.org and donate. But instead of the goal being $20 million, this time around it's $30 million. Both charities have guaranteed that $1 removes a pound of trash. Think about this as an astronomer or astrophotographer. $3 would remove the weight of the Xenostar 61 from the ocean. $11 would remove the weight of a typical counterweight for an equatorial mount. And $30 would remove the weight of an 8-inch Dobsonian tube without the base. Another way you can help is if you live or frequently walk near a body of water, bring a trash bag with you and pick up some of that trash. And make sure you wear gloves because it can get disgusting. Helping them out by picking up something and preventing it from getting to the ocean helps them focus their efforts elsewhere. We know this won't solve all of the problems in the oceans. But hitting our goal is a huge step in the right direction. And this starts today on October 29th, 2021, and the website is open for donations until January 1st, 2022. So you have tons of time to donate if you can't pitch in today. This is the largest push for charity and world preservation that I've ever seen. So many other content creators have said I'm in and are helping spread the word and are probably flooding your notifications with videos just like this one. But I think the astrophotography community has the heart to pitch in. Let's do our part to protect the real creatures that the constellations were named after. Head on over to TeamSeas.org and donate to help clean up the world's waters. And when you're done with that, if you're new to astrophotography, swing back by this channel and check out one of these other videos. I want to thank you for watching. Clear skies and clean seas.